Oh, hey. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on, machine. Come on out there. Talk to me, Goose. It looks like it was working and now it stopped working. Let's try one more time to see if, in fact, it is working. One more time. One more time. You can do it. You can do it. And now it stopped working. It looks like it's working. Holy cow. So I can say it's no longer starting soon. It's starting right now. I can turn off this and I can say hi. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to another live taping of Podcast Pontifications. I am your host, Evo Terra. Taking off the glasses. Thanks for joining me. Check out the cool Castos t-shirt. Can you see the cool Castos that Matt sent me? Awesome. He also sent me a hoodie, but it's Arizona. You know, it's October 25th in Arizona. It's going to be 98 degrees today or something, so I'm not wearing the hoodie. But I don't know. I think it's going to get cooler this week, and maybe I'll try out the hoodie at that point in time. Thanks again for watching here on Podcast Pontifications. Again, this is the live taping, the behind-the-scenes stuff. The show content itself on the episode won't begin for another 2 or 3 minutes. The topic today is, well, they're making video podcasts a thing again. And this time it might actually work, which is a little weird because if you're looking at, well, isn't this a video podcast? Well, no, but yes. Yeah, that's the challenge we're going to talk about here in a little bit today, in about a couple of minutes, once I know that the voice, which seems rather weak this morning, doesn't it? It does. I don't know what's going on. Yesterday was a pretty phlegmy day yesterday, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. One thing real quick. Hey, Google, set the temperature to 25 for 15 minutes. And will she do it is the question. All right. Yes. Yes, in fact, she will do it. Thank you very much, Google, for doing that. So, right, again, behind-the-scenes stuff here, you know, this is not really going out, just getting things done. You can skip all of this next time if you want, and right now if you'd like to, and just go to podcastpontifications.com because that's where the finalized episode will be in about 3 hours. Good morning, Arlen Amblin. Arlen Ambler, I can see it right there. I don't know why Amble Entertainment was in my head, unless you made E.T., Anyhow, sorry. Thanks for watching, sir, and others who like to watch me do this live on a regular basis. As I think I mentioned last week, there are 2 more weeks of episodes of Podcast Pontifications left in 2021. Hi, Betty. So you got today, the rest of this week, and then all of next week with new episodes. And then it's time for Evo's long winter's nap, where I'm going to do some... Normally when I take my long winter's nap, I don't do a whole lot. I actually nap a whole lot, take a break from the show. And, of course, I will be taking some of a break from the show. But I've got an idea of some ways to get ahead. So we'll see what January brings. I'll be back in January. I'm not going anywhere. You got 2 weeks. Right? But, yeah, all good stuff there. Okay, I think that is all there. The voice is what the voice is going to be today. It's just life, so... Nothing weird is on. Nope, all my notifications are off. They're on my phone going off, but you can't hear that. I will slide this over here. I have a fun boostergram today. Excuse me. I have a fun one for the boostergram section. So that's it's a new one. You know, last week I think I had a new boostergram when Casey Broda rated an episode, as opposed to the show itself in Podchester, so I got to talk about that during the Boostergram segment. And today I've got another weird one, but it's a totally different one, but I think you'll like it. It seems rather on point. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't start QuickTime. QuickTime Player, so I can get good audio. One of the challenges of what I'm about to talk about. All right, that's good audio recording there. That's good video recording there. Here's a cold open. Man, the voice is not going to play well today. On the whole, podcasting hasn't been kind to video content producers, and video hasn't been kind to podcasters' wallets. But 4 developing trends could change how podcasters think about video in the future. That's it. All right, let's just do it, and we'll deal with the voice. Audio. Video. Good morning, Allie. You looked lovely at the wedding. All right. On the whole, podcasting hasn't been kind to video content producers, and video hasn't been kind to podcasters' wallets. But 4 developing trends could change how podcasters think about video in the future. Hello and welcome to another Podcast Pontifications with me, Evo Terra. In the beginning, there were audio podcasts. And then about 13 seconds later, there were video podcasts. All right, well, not 13 seconds, but it didn't take very long for content creators to realize that video files could be sent via RSS feeds just as easily as audio files and really any other sorts of files. And it wasn't long before that, when that happened, that suddenly audio podcasts and video podcasts, well, I should say, audio podcasters and video podcasters were living side by side. The trouble here is that they were 2 distinctly different paths the audience member had to take. And also the producers had to make as well. And in many cases, it was an either-or situation. I mean, there really wasn't much point in trying to listen to Happy Tree Friends or Ask a Ninja unless you're also watching the video. A handful of you from 2005 might remember those shows. And then, of course, YouTube happened not longer after that, and then the watching audience was converted to that property as the primary consumption site, which caused most video-only podcasters to follow suit. But now, video podcasts are looking like they might be a thing again? Again? Yeah, and as the title says, it might actually work this time. There are 4 trends right now that I'm keeping an eye on that I think you should also keep your eye on to see if this is really happening or not. You may remember just a week ago, time is still wonky, YouTube announced they were looking for someone to head up podcasting. YouTube podcasting, not Google podcast, not anything else Google related, but actually a YouTube person to manage the podcasting side of YouTube. And no, that doesn't exist today. And then last week, Spotify announced they'd be hosting audio and video versions of select shows. Just sign up, and you could be there. And the idea, at least for Spotify, is that once a listener follows the show, the listener can then decide which format of the episodes is right for them. Thirdly, the Podcasting 2.0 people have come up with the alternate enclosure tag. It's part of the new namespace for Podcasting 2.0. And really what that will allow is what Spotify is doing, but in a non-proprietary way, so that any application that is reading the alternate enclosure tag from the RSS feed could display the video. Now, those 3 trends, which are like really new right now on their own, those are probably enough to get you thinking about the video version of your show. However, I recognize, because I do it, that it's still extra effort. And we're not talking about a little extra effort. It is a lot of extra effort to make not only an audio version of your podcast that people want to listen to, but also a video version that people want to watch. I get it. Enter the 4th trend, where you become an editor of the media, not the audio or the video. And this is weird. Rather than viewing the video as something else to be shot and created, audio and video and audio are captured at the same time. Cameras and microphones, right? But then, rather than going down 2 distinctly different paths, creators can use software like Descript, there'll be a link in the episode details, like Descript to take that captured media and edit it, I guess I'll say holistically, so that you're editing the entire piece, and then when you're done editing the entire piece, out the other end will come an audio-only version and a video-enabled version as outputs. Again, not by manipulating the video itself, not by manipulating the audio itself, but by holistically editing the entire thing. In a Descripts model, that's all done via text, which is just weird. But it works. So now we're going to have YouTube, Spotify, and any other podcast app directory that's making proper use of the alternate enclosure tag. They can then come up with a clever UX so that they present either option to the audience member, right? This is going to get interesting in the video space. Now, no, I'm not ready to predict that most podcasts that are audio only today will suddenly be audio and video. I'm not saying that's the case. Look, there are still many podcasts, many types of podcasts even, that could not easily be made into both a video and an audio format. Many things that just wouldn't work. But for a lot, monologue shows, interview shows, maybe it can be. Again, I'm not predicting this is the way things are going. However, while you are making your holiday shopping lists, you might want to keep video in mind. Let's do some boostograms. First, I want to thank Garrett Godfrey of the podcast Good Patron. He actually brought me actual coffee. Not bought me coffee virtually, but actually physically brought coffee to me. Thank you, Garrett, to the Phoenix Podcasters meetup last week, and I have some amazing coffee from Garrett. Thank you very much, sir. I also want to thank John Kostich, I think is how I pronounce that, of the Center Steer podcast. He bought me a virtual coffee and gave me a note saying that being a guide and not an expert made a connection with me. Thanks for that. Thank you very much, John. I'm glad that that episode resonated with you. And I will say that even though I haven't received real actual boostograms from the new podcast apps, my streaming stats keep on ticking in, rolling in, whatever sound Satoshis make when they come in. Anyhow, regardless, I think I'm up to like 32,000 Satoshis thus far, earned from people like you who are just listening to an app, but listening to an app that is value for value enabled so that value streams back to the podcasters you are listening to. You can check out those at newpodcastapps.com. That's it. I shall be back tomorrow with yet another podcast, Pontifications. Cheers. Video off. Audio off. All the things are off. We have done. Boom, boom. All right. That was the show. Thank you very, very much. Oh, Betty wants to bring me some coffee. Well, hop on a plane, lady, and fly on out to Phoenix, Arizona. You could buy me a coffee. That would be great. Hey, thanks for tuning in to this particular episode. If you just now are tuning into the live stream, you missed it. But rather than backing up 13 minutes and 27 seconds, you could just go to podcastpontifications.com because that's where in 2 hours and 47 minutes, the audio file will be available. A text version that you can read with your eyeballs. No, not just a transcript. I start with a transcript, but then I rewrite every stinking word to make it into something your eyeballs would like. Those will be available at 10 a.m. Phoenix time. Again, 2 hours and 47 minutes from now. And a little later today, the video version will be posted on YouTube and also on the website. That takes a bit longer and is interesting because of what we talked about here. Looking at my notes here, Arlen says, sounds interesting. I've been interested in video podcasting for a while. Well, many of us have been. And as you just heard, I think it might be a time to dabble more into the video space. I know I'm going to be taking a lot of the time that I will be having for my long winter's nap coming up in a couple of weeks, thinking about the whole workflow process so that when I am, the real challenge here that I didn't get into in the actual episode content, the real challenge is, in order for this to work so that it's up to the audience to choose, everything has to be published together at the same time. Like, for example, you guys just saw the live stream, and that's fine, right? But when I publish the episode, in an ideal world, I should publish the audio file, the article maybe as an HTML file, that's media, and also use the alternate enclosure tag for a third file, the video file. But those should, in a perfect world, all go live at the same time so that the app that you are listening to / watching / reading the show on can make that determination. You get to choose which one you want to go. Hey, there's a new episode of Podcast Pontifications. Do you want audio? Do you want video? Do you want text only? Do you want an amalgamation of the 2, 3? I mean, I guess with that if I upload a subtitle, 4 things. I could upload an SRT file, which I do upload an SRT file. And so then the video could be subtitled. The audio wouldn't be subtitled. I mean, the video could be totally a subtitled thing. The audio, I guess the audio itself could also be subtitled. Yeah, as that's just be playing in the. There's so much. There's so many opportunities that this gives. But again, we've got to be able to produce and release everything all together. Anyhow, I probably should have done another version, or not another, but a second one. How do we do this? But anyhow. If you loved it, tell a friend. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to get this thing recorded because I've got some doctor's appointments today. All fine. Normal stuff. So have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.